Got an update on that cop in the Amber Alert yesterday. Well, here it is. This is first for national, like I did yesterday, and we'll do local after I'm done with this. Former cop accused of child rape shot himself after pursuit.
You're following breaking news. Police in Oregon confirming just hours ago that a former cop, an accused child rapist at the center of a massive manhunt, shot himself earlier today. And the 1-year-old boy he kidnapped is safe. Now, police say it happened as they were chasing Elias Huizar in a car near Eugene, Oregon. They say he shot himself in the head, but it's unclear what his condition is right now. Now, this is a look at a very active scene where that manhunt ended not too long ago, and it's all going down on Interstate 5 in Oregon. You see a bunch of police cars and officers surrounding that scene. Now, this all started yesterday after investigators say Huizar shot and killed his ex-wife outside of an elementary school in West Richland, Washington. They later found the body of his girlfriend at his house during a search, and then they realized a 1-year-old named Roman Huizar was missing, leading to an Amber Alert. Now, it happened as Huizar was supposed to be in court yesterday on charges of child rape from an incident in February where he allegedly sexually assaulted a teenage girl. It is a lot to break down. So NBC News correspondent Elwin Lopez joins us now. First off, Elwin, so what do we know about his condition? He shot himself, and what do we know about the condition of the baby here?
Yeah, well, look at how busy that interstate was. So all of this happened during a busy time in Eugene, Oregon, and it happened after a police pursuit. So what we know from police is that he shot himself. They're saying that his condition is unknown, so they're not saying whether he's dead or not at this moment. The good news here is that 1-year-old boy is safe and sound in police custody. But again, we don't really know exactly the details as to how this police pursuit occurred specifically, whether he was seen in surveillance cameras or not, whether someone called, spotted. We know that he initially fled the scene in a Toyota Corolla, a silver Toyota, and then they spotted him in Portland in a black sedan. So we don't really know the details as to what happened after he fled the scene, simply that he was spotted in Portland, and then of course everything ended, that whole manhunt that literally, stretched from Washington to Oregon. And we know that U.S. Marshals and FBI were involved, finally ended today.
And Ellen, just looking at the details of this case, it's a lot to take in. You got allegations of child rape, of murder, of kidnapping. How did this all start?
Yeah, so to get a full picture as to how this all took place, we have to go back to February. That's when he was accused of child rape. He pled not guilty, but in court documents, it alleges that he sexually assaulted an underage girl at his home while she was sleeping. Now, the one thing to point out here is that at that home, he was living with another underage girl that he met while he was a school resource officer at her middle school, and that he shared a 9-month-old at the time with her. So that is what took place at that moment. And then after that is when police say he was set to appear in court on Monday.
For one of those charges?
Yes, for that charge. And instead, on that day, he went to the school where his ex-wife works. According to police, he shot and killed her there. And then police obtained a search warrant. They went to his home later that day, and that's when they found his girlfriend dead. So they believe he killed not only his ex-wife, but his girlfriend as well, and then took off with that 1-year-old boy.
What else do we know about his background? A former cop, a school resource officer at a middle school. What else can you tell us?
So I called Yakima Police Department and talked to them about his history. So he had been employed for 9 years, and when they told me that he resigned, I asked, why did he resign? Was there something going on? They said, well, he did face disciplinary action right before he resigned. And when I asked specifically what that was in regard to, they did not elaborate, right? So we do know that he's 39 years old, that he did have that disciplinary action. He resigned after that, but he was a school resource officer and worked at the school as recently as last year.
It just seems like red flag after red flag after red flag.
Absolutely.
Elwin, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Gotti.
Thanks for watching. Stay
out of Benton County. It is now canceled. Authorities have located that ex-cop accused of kidnapping his 1-year-old son. Minutes ago, we learned that the child is safe, but the father shot himself in the head.
Now, this all unfolded in Eugene, Oregon, following a pursuit. Elias Huizar was spotted in Portland overnight. Police say he had kidnapped his child, Ramon Huizar, after after shooting his ex-wife to death outside of an elementary school in West Richland. Now, police went to search the home, and when they went to that home, they found the body of his teen girlfriend.
Elias Huizar is a former Yakima police officer who was recently facing rape allegations. Oregon State Police located him around 3 o'clock today. They say he shot himself in the head, but his condition is currently unknown. Stay with Fox 13 on air and online as we learn more about this breaking news story.
He saved a 1-year-old boy that was at the center of that Amber Alert we've been reporting on for the past 24 hours or so. Take a look. You can see inside that car seat, that's Roman, the boy everybody was looking out for since late last night. Roman was taken out of West Richland. Again, this was the boy that was taken and was part of a situation where 2 women had been shot and killed, and the boy had been taken and run away with. The video was taken by a woman named Sarah Baker, who saw this entire situation unfold. Again, the suspect in this case was the child's father. That's Elias Huizar. He shot himself in the head today after police pursued him. It's unclear if he survived that gunshot. We are trying to get more information about that. Now, we first broke this story yesterday when police say Huizar kidnapped his son after shooting and killing his ex-wife outside an elementary school. When police searched his home, they found the body of his girlfriend.
Shot himself in the head, and he didn't make it. Well, we don't know exactly what sparked this chain of events tonight. We're learning more about Huizar's troubled past.
Since the start, our goal has been simple, and that is to bring Roman Santos home safely.
This is many officers' worst case scenario, a murder suspect in the same car as a child. Fortunately, the 1-year-old was pulled to safety.
We're very thankful for the way this incident turned out.
Traffic came to a halt as drivers snapped this video of his father, Elias Huizar, speeding past on I-5 near Eugene, Oregon. It was all hands on deck, considering the way things started out Monday afternoon in West Richland, Washington.
This is a tragedy no community should have to experience.
39-year-old Huizar, a former Yakima police officer, drove to Wiley Elementary, where police say he shot and killed his 31-year-old ex-wife as school was being dismissed. According to an arrest warrant issued by Benton County, Huizar's 9-year-old son reportedly saw it happen. While what led up to this tragedy remains unclear, court documents provide some disturbing details about Huizar's past. The 39-year-old was recently accused of raping a child. Documents say his 17-year-old girlfriend and mother of his youngest child found him performing sexual acts to her 16-year-old friend who passed out after drinking at their home. Following the allegations, his ex-wife filed a protective order for her and their 2 sons, ages 8 and 5, against Huizar. She asked the courts to take Huizar's guns, claiming he had been diagnosed with PTSD, major depressive disorder, insomnia, alcohol use disorder, and an unspecified personality disorder. I believe he would try to cause harm to my children and I. Huizar was actually out on $250,000 bail when he allegedly killed her.
Later in the evening, while serving a search warrant at a nearby residence of the suspect, the West Richland Police Department detectives and our partner agencies discovered a second crime scene.
That's believed to be the body of a 17-year-old girlfriend, who, according to documents, he met when she was a student at Washington Middle in Yakima. She was only 11 years old. Huizar was a school resource officer. His ex-wife recalls him being investigated for allegations the child made against him. Huizar claimed the girl was obsessed with him. Documents claim no charges were ever brought against him. They reconnected when Huizar reached out via Facebook. She was 15 at the time when they began a sexual relationship. Their child was born a year later. Now, officials in Oregon are working to bring that 1-year-old child back to Washington. Right now, this case and those rape allegations against Huizar are ongoing. Back to you.